audience and myself.
My pleasure.
Well, it is a great writing, and it means so much to just not to myself, but the people who listen to the story and the thoughts behind the story. And life is difficult sometimes. Everybody have ups and downs, and unfortunately, we have illnesses, we lost our loved ones, tragedies, whatever it happens. And sometimes we feel like that, just like the turtle. We have no air to breathe. Am I right? We are so tight with ourselves, and so much pain, so much grief. And we all understand that. I mean, that's part of life, But in the same time, let me share a story with you. About less than a year ago, someone walked into my business and told me that she just lost her husband. She has a 14-year-old, 11-year-old, and a 9-year-old, 3 children. They are very active. They are lovely children. But she came and cried on my shoulder and said, "Mr. Chin, I don't know what to do. I have a quick family. I lost my mother-in-law 6 weeks ago. Now 2 weeks ago, I lost my husband. And life become meaningless to me." And she read my Happy Life book when the economy was bad. But she and her husband was inspired by the message of the book. They kept working hard and fight every single day. And now she felt, now she's alone. And the husband, was gone. And she did not know how to react to this. And I understand how she felt. My heart was broken. I care about her. I care about her family, the 3 wonderful children. So I told her, just put yourself in your husband's situation. Instead of he passed away, what happened if you are the one passed away? And you up in the heaven, meeting God, and looking down and seeing your wife or your husband or your children suffering from the loss of the husband or wife. And we all understand that's part of our love, our life. But sometimes we have to utilize that energy of grief, of sadness, to become strength, turn a negative impact to the positive outcome, to share the love with the husband, and knowing that there are important things in life, to take care of the family, take care of the children. Is that what you would like to do if you are in heaven? She said, yes, of course. I say, same here. If that's the case, your husband's up there right now. And he saw that you want to give up your family and you don't have no better future for your children. Don't you think that he wants you to be powerful again and live with his love and passing on his love to the children? And if you're able to do that, the children grow up knowing that your love from the Father and you and from God, and give them the strength and continue to educate them so that they can be a good citizen and become a better person. Don't you think that is a great accomplishment that you can achieve in your lifetime? Would that mean something to you? She then fully understand the situation. And sometimes we need to let go and make that grief feeling or sadness, make it positive, make it become a positive energy so that the children can benefit of your love. And then all of a sudden that you found the strength. You know that your husband or your wife is loving you so much. They're not gone. They are still in our universe. You believe or not about God or whatever, we all individual with spirits. And that, and thank God for this. That's another thing that I observe about life too. Tom, we had a group of chromosomes and DNAs and the blood types. They all within this group. We came from the same gene pools, chromosome pools, and blood pools. So, we all brothers and sisters. in a sense. And we are family, in a sense. And this is so interesting to me that's why we need to help each other as family and friends. And that's why we have to understand life better. You know, how we can make a negative impact into a positive outcome, and just like the turtle. And I accord and support, and I have the same sentiment and same idea with what you just wrote. You know, life is difficult, you know, and sometimes we run out of breath, and sometimes we run out of money, sometimes we're running out of hope, but never give up. Find a reason to make your life positive and make the people around you to become stronger. Because when they become stronger and happier, so would you. When you are happier, the people around you feel more strength too, and they feel happier. So it's a positive impact that we are looking for. So I love your story, and your poem is so positive. And in the meantime, I would like to read my turtle story so that you can hear the story that I wrote about the turtle. And in the meantime, let me give you my telephone number here that you can call us. Call and talk to my special guest, Tom. And Mr. Brown is an author and excellent writer, and I love his work. And as you know, my name is Chin, and my telephone number here is 915 at the station. This is live show, 915-5202. Please give us a call anytime. And in the meantime, I'm going to tell you about my story, the turtle story. To me, it's reflecting about myself as well. So I'm the turtle. In the meantime, you think that you're the turtle, listen to what I have to say, because that's very interesting. I have fallen many times in life. Each time I was able to get back up. The more I fell, the stronger I became. Life is not about winning or losing. It's about learning and experiencing. Whatever we choose to do in life, regardless of how it turns out. Something positive can always be learned, either by us or by other people. There once was a mother and a father bird that hatched a family of baby birds. They also adopted a baby turtle and raised him like their own. One day, they said to their children, "You must learn to fly and be independent. Life is about freedom and enjoyable if you are knowing how to fly." So their children start practicing immediately. They climb to a tall branch, jump off, and flap their wings, or the arms of the turtle, of course. The young birds caught on very quickly. They were flying by the end of the week. The turtle, however, always fell to the ground. Each morning, the turtle awoke before his brothers and sisters to practice. He climbed the tree, edged the end of the branch, and flapped his arms. Each time, he landed on the ground with a loud thud. After several weeks, he was overhearing his parents talking while he was resting behind a tree nearby. We should tell our little turtle that he has no wings. He will never learn to fly. At that, the turtle walked out from behind the tree. The turtle said, "Mom," he exclaimed, "don't say I will never learn. Don't you know how much faster I can climb trees now? And when I fall, I don't feel pain anymore. I have not learned how to fly yet, but I learned many other valuable skills." Just for trying, we all can learn a lot of skills. We should look for opportunities to learn in every situation. Even when we fail, we learn from our attempts. We experienced it. Each time that we make an attempt and learn from the experience, no matter if it's good, bad, or worse, we will continue to improve our abilities and ourselves in the process. We need to take our failures as shortcuts to success. We should enjoy our journey, wherever it might take us, as the young turtle shows us. Whether you are flying or falling, as long as you are trying, your life experience has been enriched. Has been enriched, ladies and gentlemen. All we need to do, just try.
That's my favorite story in your book.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I thought the snoring is one of your favorite stories too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I have 68 stories, and tell me a little bit about your book, Journey to Cherchen. You have 5 stories in this book, and tell us these 5 stories, or maybe 2 core different short stories, and they call novels.
Novellas.
Novellas?
Yes.
You see, I'm not a good writer. I'm not a novelist. All right, let my friend express to you and explain to you about his book, and there's about 2 novels and 3 short stories.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes. Well, it's a collection of stories, and underneath is a central theme of dreams shaping reality. And also under the hood, so to speak, is the idea that science and the intuitive side of man are really working together. You might think that they're at odds. So you have the sort of a cold, objective, reasoning side, to our minds. But yet underneath there can be a driving force, the spiritual force, or like the dreaming side of man that is actually piloting the ship. And because just knowledge and reason isn't enough in itself, something has to steer the ship. So that's sort of buried under there, as a sort of second story inside the main plot. And can I read?
Please.
Read some?
Well,
Let's see. Let me.
You're on air. Okay. It's all yours.
And just to give you a flavor.
Would you like to have vanilla or chocolate?
Well,
good
maybe
flavor.
both.
Okay, good.
And the first story, Journey to Cherchen, is a story about a young archaeologist he's bored with his life in the university Department of Archaeology, and he's kind of a hot-headed person, and gets into a confrontation with his boss and gets fired. And he meets up with a college buddy, Michael Chow, from China. And Michael Chow hires him. And so the misfortune turns into an opportunity. And Nick travels to Urumqi, to the Museum of Urumqi, where Michael Chow is a curator. And Michael sends him on a mission to find the mummies that are buried along the old Silk Road near Cherchen. And so after Nick gets out there, he thinks he hears a voice out in the desert calling him, and he goes to explore, and this is in the middle of the night. And so there's a sandstorm raging. Then through the fog of his exhaustion, Nick had an odd sensation of sinking. There was some sort of depression in the sand, and his feet were sliding down the sides as he moved them mechanically back and forth. He stopped for a moment and stood still. Although he couldn't see, he knew he was sinking. Was it quicksand? The surface he stood on felt like it was stretching and continued to lower him down through the desert floor. Sand poured into the depression around him, weighing against his legs, holding them still. The din of the storm continued while the floor of the desert slowly swallowed him up. It reached his waist, then chest, and slowly on up over his shoulders, forcing his arms upward and over his head. He sank more rapidly now. As the sand converged about his neck and touched his chin, he took what he thought was his last breath. Then there was a sudden giving way. The ground seemed to open up beneath him, and he plunged downward through the open space. It reminded him of a recurring nightmare he used to have as a child. He would fall into the sinkhole in the back